Find recent air travel restrictions. The unfortunate events that were experienced during 9/11 made people doubt the security of their lives and country. The U.S., the most powerful nation in the world, was the focal point of these terrorist initiatives. This is why the U.S. government has imposed various restrictions and regulations to help secure each citizen from the threat of terrorism. Since the 9/11 events were perpetrated through the use of commercial airplanes as weapons of terrorism, restrictions in air travel became highly prioritized. Other countries supporting the war against terror showed full support with the U.S. initiative by applying all flight restrictions implemented by the Transportation Security Administration (TSA) and Department of Defense Homeland Security in their own air travel processes. Luggage. One of the major rules a passenger needs to follow to be able to get on his airline flight is to make sure he is not carrying any prohibited items. The TSA provides an extensive list of prohibited items such as firearms, knives, or other deadly weapons, explosives, and anything flammable. Certain liquids are also prohibited to be carried on board the flight. If the necessity to carry liquids on board is imminent, make sure to follow the 3-1-1 rule. The maximum amount of liquid one can carry is 3.4 ounces that should be sealed into a zip-top locked container and stowed away in a carry-on bag. Only one carry-on bag is allowed on an airline flight. All other luggage should be checked in. To avoid delays in carry-on inspection, make sure that you follow the rules and regulations on prohibited items. It is also recommended to efficiently pack items in a luggage in layers to speed up the inspection and identification processes when passing through airport security lines. Clothing and body inspection. The tightened security in airports today does not spare any convenience to passengers. Inspection is so thorough that airport security needs a passenger to take off anything metal on their person, as well as taking off shoes and jackets when going through the security gates. Every item must also be scanned to ensure that nothing prohibited or possibly dangerous goes through. Identification and the no-fly list, whether domestic or international, business or vacation, airports, and airlines requires proper and valid identification to go along with the air ticket upon entering the airport and boarding the airline. This strict measure is to ensure that the person boarding and traveling is the actual person on the air ticket. Whether people have first class or the cheapest tickets, everyone has to go through these security measures. In addition, proper identification is required to effectively scan your name through the no-fly list international and domestic database. The war on terror has brought about dramatic restrictions and conveniences in air travel. The U.S. has developed a list of general names suspected to be either terrorists or people that are a flight threat. This list is also followed by other countries supporting the U.S. in this endeavor. This restriction can be a big inconvenience since the database consists of general names and limitations. A person with an identical name on the database that has not been cleared by Homeland Security or a country's specific security agency will not be allowed to board the airline and travel. To avoid this, one must have his name checked on the list and prove that he is not the person on the list. Presenting various documents and identification is pertinent to ensuring to be free to travel. The inconveniences in air travel today ensure the security of each passenger. Delays can be avoided by following air travel restrictions to the letter.